For better or for worse, Rita Ora was branded as the next Rihanna or the UK's answer to Rihanna at the beginning of her career. Now, these comparisons and this type of alignment is perfectly normal in the music industry. When Rihanna first broke through, she was often compared to Beyonce, and her label even used that tactic to sell her first few albums. Other examples are Olivia Rodrigo being called the next Taylor Swift, or how Justin Bieber was compared to Justin Timberlake at the beginning of his career. Comparisons are pretty much bound to happen and inevitable when you're a new artist. People want to know the type of artist you are and what style of music you align with the most. The clear difference between the likes of Rihanna and Beyonce, as opposed to Rita Ora and Rihanna, is that Rihanna broke away from the comparisons and created her own lane and style that's led people to follow after her as well. But Rita Ora is what happens when you never really break away from who you're marketed after, and if you manage to, it's nothing truly distinctive. Not that it seems to matter much to Rita Ora these days, as music seems to be secondary to her entertainment career. She's more of a socialite. She can be seen on TV, hosting shows, hanging out with other celebrities, and on red carpets, which has been more consistent at keeping her visibility in the spotlight than her music career. Still, her music career made a lot of sense, and so did her comparisons to Rihanna. Rita Ora came at the perfect time, when Rihanna was pissing people off. Rihanna was in her clapback era, where she would always be firing off on people on social media. She was seen at parties a lot. She got a lot of bad press for her rekindling with Chris Brown, which in retrospect is very unfair considering how complex abusive relationships can be. Furthermore, this is at a time where Rihanna was not the icon she is today. A lot of people, not even her label, expected her to have the career she had. Roc Nation was founded by Jay-Z, and Rihanna has been associated with Jay-Z for her entire career, and she is also under Roc Nation. Although Rita Ora was signed to Roc Nation early on in 2008 with a 5-record deal, it wasn't until around Rihanna released Talk That Talk in 2011, and in the following year, Unapologetic, that Rita Ora got a push from her label. The Unapologetic title served as a statement to her personal life choices that she got a lot of backlash for. There were many rumors in the media during this time that alleged that Rihanna's management was not happy with her personal choices and the negative attention it was bringing her career. Being that Rihanna is, well, Rihanna, she continued to pump out towering hits. Rita Ora seemed very well aware that she was signed to repeat Rihanna's success. She was quoted saying in a 2012 interview, "I don't think there will be a next Rihanna, but I think Jay-Z definitely sees me as someone who could be as big as Rihanna. She's a superstar now, but they knew her first as a small island girl, and they want to repeat that success." The comparisons were almost instantaneous, with some media publications claiming they looked alike, with the inclusion of a shared label, a similar artistic vibe with carefree dance pop, similar stylings, and Rita Ora's collaborators in her music were also people that Rihanna had become known for working with, such as Drake, Chase and Status, and Stargate. Rita's first UK number 1, R.I.P., released in 2012, was written by Drake and reportedly intended for Rihanna. R.I.P. is actually considered Rita's first proper single. The Canadian rapper let it be known in an interview, "R.I.P. is a song that I originally wrote for Rihanna. Rihanna actually didn't take the song, I think it was for Loud, and Rita expressed interest in it. And anything I can do for Rita, I will do."
I mean, well, talking about like, other people that you've been working with, now Rita Ora, she dropped R.I.P., which is a dope tune written by you.
Yes.
How did that come about?
Me and Rita have known each other for so long. Actually, you know, I will say one of the greatest gifts I ever received in my life, I wear it every day, is this ring right here.
Okay.
They tried to talk about this ring the other day and say I got married to somebody, which I didn't.
Okay.
But Rita actually gave me this ring as a gift. We're dear friends. I love her very much.
Yeah, she's a down girl. We like her.
She is, yeah. And R.I.P. actually, to be honest with you, was a song that I originally wrote with Rihanna, like for Rihanna.
Okay.
I wrote it with this girl from Toronto. Her name is Shy Wisdom. She's like an incredible artist. She helped me with some of the words, and you know, Rihanna didn't take the song. I think it was actually for the album before this one, and Rita, you know, expressed interest in it, and anything I could do for Rita, I will do. So R.I.P. is now her song, and I heard that it's buzzing out here.
I can definitely understand why Rihanna rejected this song. It's just not very good. But I do think it would sound more convincing coming from Rihanna, considering what we know about her life and, of course, her vocal tone. but RIP sounds like it was recorded with the cheapest equipment in the world, and the production is the worst kind of blast from the past. But I can certainly understand the appeal of it for its time period. The aesthetic and song more so resembles Rihanna during the Talk That Talk period. Ora's debut album, simply titled Ora, was released in 2012. And while it didn't have much of an impact in the States, it did considerably well in the UK. One of the album's other singles, Shine Your Light, was also a song intended for Rihanna. After Rihanna decided not to use it, it went to Ora. She cut it and then didn't want it on the album, says one of the songwriters. She went back to it twice, but Rita Ora cut it, and it did well, especially in Europe. The most normal thing in the industry is songs getting passed around and considered for different acts. In Rita's case, I do think a lot of the songs sounded directly like Rihanna's music at times, to the point they could be mistaken for one another. Rita Ora didn't have much of a strong identity on her first record. Now, a lot of pop acts don't have a super strong identity on their first record. It's usually something that develops over time. With that being said, she still didn't have a narrative, a quirk, or anything to really distinguish her. And that, along with a good team, is usually the start of building a strong identity as a pop artist. She wore her influences like outfits. It was just like, hey, there's this girl who records some songs that sounds like this other really famous girl. But she didn't really have a shtick besides being the UK's answer to Rihanna. Their similarities, at least at the beginning of Rita's career, obviously has a lot to do with them being a part of the same team and machine. Post her first album, her music did move away from being completely Rihanna-centric, but it still has never really been Aura-centric, whatever that is. Rita will achieve her biggest hit in the States in 2014 with the success of Iggy Azalea's Black Widow, which landed in the top 3 on the Hot 100. In 2015, Ora sued Roc Nation, basically because she felt she had no longer become a priority on the label and wanted out. In 2016, they reached an agreement, and Rita was set free. To be honest, I'd always wanted to become a household name, not just a pop singer. That was my dream, Ora said. In 2018, she released her second album, Phoenix, which is a large gap from her first album, and in 2021 she released an EP simply titled Bang. And the cover art for the EP garnered a lot of attention due to its striking similarities to the work of Rina Sawayama. Her infamous and heavily memed Twitter interaction when gearing up to release music has become a very popular reoccurrence online, where Rita asks for a certain amount of retweets, she gets far less than asked for, and then it's believed that she pretended she got hacked just to save face. Rita's music kind of rides the wave of faceless dance music that radio and playlists cling to, and it seems she did struggle a lot to get a huge push from the label. Her ex-boyfriend Calvin Harris also put a ban on the music they collaborated on together. So something like that will obviously stall an album and potentially a career as well. In spite of her troubles, Rita has done well for herself in the UK, garnering 4 #1 hits and 13 top 10s. She now rests comfortably in the pop star turned TV personality pipeline.